Welcome to this episode of Manifested. I'm your host, Pax. This is the show where we go deep inside the minds and the lives of people who have already manifested their dreams. Sit back, relax, and let's manifest. Welcome, everybody, to Season 1, Episode 1 of Manifested. We're here with a legend, big country, Dillon Carman in the building.
Let's go, baby.
He's the national. Are you still the national champ in heavyweight boxing?
No, I've actually moved up. I was for 5 years. I was the Canadian heavyweight champ. I was the North American heavyweight champ for about a year and a half, and I just left the title just because of COVID and everything. I had to vacate the title, the WBC Francophone heavyweight title. So all French-speaking countries in the world. I think there's 25. So I was the champion of all those countries before COVID hit.
So you're gonna take over again?
Oh, you already know.
So what's heavier weight than heavyweight? Superweight?
No, there is no heavier. I'm the biggest man. I'm the biggest and the baddest.
Dude, I can't wait to get into that. I'm actually going to ask you some really interesting questions about what it feels like to get in the ring and square up with a huge guy. Like, what does that feel like?
It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
You don't get scared. You don't get scared, though.
Are you kidding me? Anybody who says they don't get scared is lying to you.
I love it. I love it. That's one of the things I want to touch on the most in the podcast is actually your boxing. Number 2, I want to talk about Big Brother and just what you have to say about Big Brother as a whole. To our listeners, I was on Big Brother 2. I won it season 4, and Dillon was also on it. So we're going to touch on that.
Phil is a Big Brother legend. I just want to go ahead and put that out there. Let's get that out of the way.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. And the third major thing I want to talk about is your turnaround, your lifestyle during COVID-19. You're doing pretty well right now. Yeah. You pivoted in business. And so I really want to just touch on that. Maybe you can inspire some people to, start businesses or whatever you want to say. So that's pretty much it. We are live. We are on Manifested. This podcast is all about manifesting dreams, and we're talking to people who have already manifested incredible things. So, Dillon, you're a boxer. When did your boxing adventure start?
So technically, if you really want to get technical, I was about 13 years old. A friend of mine brought boxing gloves to the school, of all places. Yeah.
No way.
And so we started messing around out back of the school on recess and this, that, and the other thing. And then the teachers, obviously, after a while, the teachers got, but I knocked a bunch of kids out, and it kind of just started from there, man. I had no idea what I was capable of, and I started knocking kids out.
So how old were you when you started knocking kids out?
Like 13, 14.
13 years old. So how did they anger you? What made you so angry to knock these kids out? Or was it like organized fighting? It was
organized, 100% organized. Wow. Yeah. We were friends. We were friends. Oh. We weren't trying to hurt each other. No, we were boxers. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So did you go ahead?
We were learning. We were just learning from each other, kind of. Boys were being boys, right? We were tussling around and wrestling around. It wasn't like strict boxing rules. We were fighting and wrestling and having fun, but we were still friends after, you know what I mean? We still went to class and we still played hockey together and we still loved each other, but we were learning what men were doing.
Yeah. Well, you put some hair on your chest at an early age, I'm guessing. 13. I know I wasn't knocking kids out at 13. I was running away. I was running the other way fast.
Do you want to know something?
Yeah, of course.
So funny story. On the lunch break of one of these boxing things, I bet you there's 50 kids arm in arm out there. And who pulls up? My dad pulls up. Nobody knows who my old man is. So my dad is 6'2", 240 pounds. Well, not anymore. Jeez, he's older and shrunken now. But back then, he was working and stuff like this, and he had tattoo on the side of his head. Real tough guy, right? So he pulls up. Oh, he says, "Oh, you think you're a tough guy, Carmen?" Nobody knows who my dad is, right? And they're like, "Oh my God!" Like, "Oh no, Dillon's gonna get his ass kicked." And so I fight my dad in the back. So me and my dad don't have the best relationship. We don't have the best relationship. So he so I knocked him out. Ended up knocking my dad clean out in front of everybody. And I was 15 years old, dead serious. I was 15 years old. It was grade 9, and it was lunch on grade 9. And I'm telling you, arm in arm, 50 kids out there. Oh, you're a tough guy, Carmen? What? Bang! Knock my dad clean out. Yeah. And so he called my mom crying, like, I can't believe my son's like the strongest guy on the planet, all this stuff. So, yeah. So things kind of started back then. So
you started boxing at about 13. Let me just get the narrative straight. About 13.
Yeah.
And then you what, did you join a league, like a boxing league, or was it kind of just you and your boys got some gloves and just organized your own thing?
Exactly. We all loved fighting, and we've all took initiative and kind of learned our own the rules, not our own rules, that we learned the rules to the sport and this, that, and the other thing, and then kind of just did our own thing. We were tough kids, right? And we needed a place to get out of that anger and get out of that stress or whatever we needed to get out of our bodies, and we took it out on each other.
Right. So was that at lunchtime?
Yeah.
So
we would go back. I'm dead serious. We would go back to class like busted up, black eye swollen. The teacher would be like, "What is happening at lunch?" And then they shut it down. Like 3 weeks in, they shut it down.
Yeah, it's because I had a fight club in grade 9, 10, 11, and 12 at my high school too. And I stayed like kilometers away. I didn't even go near the fight club because I knew there was bad motherfuckers just like yourself waiting to punch me. And so I went far from there. That's really cool, man. So then in fight club, you start knocking kids out. And then like you said, your dad comes in and fights you.
Well, it was supposed to be more of a joke thing. And like, but I don't take it as a joke because, like I said, we don't have the best relationship, so I wasn't joking around. And we threw punches at each other. You know what I mean? We weren't joking around. It was a go. I was 15 and he was, and I laid him right out.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty funny.
Dude, fuck, that's a really cool story. And
oh my goodness, that's when I was 15. Think about it. That's when I was 15. I'm 34 now. I got a ton of more stories. I got a whole bunch of stories.
So yeah, I'm interested about, so it's all fun and games. For me, I played hockey as a kid too. It's good. So when did it become, a real thing for you? When did you become a professional? When did you start training and, putting a dream ahead of you and start manifesting that reality? Because you became the heavyweight in heavyweight boxing. So let me know.
That's big. That's
you're the champ.
Yeah.
You're the champ.
Yeah, it's okay. Like we did okay.
You're the champ.
But this road started like this is 20 years in the making. You know what I mean? People think, oh, I wish I was a pro boxer, or I wish this, that, and the other thing. No, well, this is 20 years in the making. I've been homeless. I've been hungry. I've slept in the ring. I've slept under the ring in the gym. You know what I mean? This took work. So I guess it would be like 2008 was really when the switch, I can do this. Like I could actually make something happen with this. And I was Texas state champion. So that was wow. Big. And when you do something like that, for instance, I had to fight in 2 weeks. I had to fight 6 times in wow. 2 weeks to win my title,
A lot of fights.
That's a lot of fights. I was going into fights with my eyes swollen shut. Literally.
Jeez. Yeah, no shit. Usually, like, what's the average amount of time between fights?
3 months.
3 months at least.
Yeah, 3 months. Average. But in amateur, it's a little different because these tournaments have to happen in a week, or these tournaments have to happen in a weekend. So you have to fight 3 or 4 times in a week.
Right.
And it is what it is. So yeah, but that's where you find out. You find out a lot about yourself.
Totally.
When you're walking into a fight with your nose bleeding already, and you're walking into the next fight, it's you find out a lot about yourself. Yeah.
Totally, man. Like quarantine and the whole pandemic thing isn't that easy for me, and I know it's not easy for anyone else. So how I'm going to relate that back to actually you and your boxing. Like, how do you keep going after you can't see, your eyes are swollen shut, your nose is broken, you got a fucking concussion? How do you get back into the ring? How do you take another step forward?
It's something you find deep within yourself. Like I said, those fights when you walk in hurt, busted up and bleeding, you find something deep inside your heart And whether it be your family, whether it be, just, and it could be just a dream. Like at that time in my life, I was stuck on a dream, and I knew deep down in my soul that I will be a champion. And so this is what I had to do to become that champion. And so you got to do what you got to do.
How important was it for you to keep that dream in front of you? Like, think about it. Like, what does that look like for Dillon Carman?
Oh my God. It's honestly, so we talk about all the time. We talk about this, me and you, manifestation and seeing your dream and realizing your dream and the work that it takes, not just realizing your dream, but realizing the work that it friggin' takes to get to realize your dream, the steps that it takes, and this is something that started again 20 years ago. And it's just, over it, you have to tell yourself, and I know it sounds cliche and it sounds, you hear it all the time, but I looked myself in the mirror, I don't know how many times, hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of times. Wow. I looked myself dead in the mirror and said, you will be a champion. You can be a champion. And wow. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. Like that, I beat it into my head. I beat it over and over into my head. You will be a champion. And baby, I did it.
Yeah, man. So you must be big on affirmations and staring yourself in the mirror and telling yourself 100%. Who the fuck you are.
Yeah,
like that's huge. Man,
well, you have to know who you are before you can succeed and before you can love somebody else and before you can love yourself and before you can be a true successful human being on this planet. You have to know yourself emotionally, physically, mentally. You have to really get a grasp of how you work, and what's going to make you tick. And a lot of people, I bet you like 90% of the world don't know themselves. They can't handle their emotions correctly. They don't, they don't know how they're going to react. Oh, well, what if this happens? I don't know how I'm going to react. Well, if this happens to me, I know how I'm going to react already because totally. I'm composed. I know what's going to happen with myself. 100%. I can't control around me, but I can control me, So you really have to figure your emotions out before you can put yourself into a successful position, before you can put yourself into a loving relationship. You really have to dig deep and find out who you are,
I feel that. I'm very curious about obviously manifestation and to go deeper, self-expression. And so you touched on knowing yourself. And I love that because if you want to express freely and as somebody you're proud of, right. You need that foundation of identity and who you are.
100%.
And it looks like, and it sounds like you told yourself who you are, what you're working for, and thus you were able to express and bring it, knock kids out in the schoolyard all the way until literally you become the heavyweight champ.
Exactly. It's amazing. It's something that started. So another little anecdote. My mom, this is something, I live in a town that's 40 minutes away from any real town. So we would go to get groceries. It was a long drive to go get groceries every week. And going into this town, it's called Belleville. There's a Best Western on the left-hand side of the road. And I'm not kidding you. At 6 years old, I told myself, Mom, I'll own that restaurant, I'll own that Best Western one day. And she like looked back at the back seat. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, I'll own that Best Western one day. And she just left it at that. She told me that like 5 or 6 years ago. She told me that story. And I was like, I remembered it. I remembered it because I remember driving by that Best Western and I wanted that Best Western so badly.
Wow.
And that's when it starts. People don't understand how powerful their minds are and how powerful their soul is and how powerful that energy that you put out. You have to put those vibes out or else it will never happen. I want to be a billionaire. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But will I make it close? You're fucking right.
You're going to own a bunch of Best Westerns.
I'm dead serious, bro, because I believe in myself and I put anything my mind to anything, I'll do it.
You know what? Even if your life sucks, let's say shit just keeps going wrong, there is something so magnetic and inspirational about a person who believes it will turn around.
100%.
Like you could be homeless, and if a homeless dude said, "I believe I will be living in a nice house," like that. Even if he doesn't, it's like, you know what? I love you.
Good for you, bro. I
love you. Yeah, and I'm cheering for you. And actually, here's my number. Here's my email address.
What can I do to help?
Anything, just like, what can I do to help? And so that's what I preach a lot. It's just like, believe, and that's just the nugget. That's the seed. And like you said, you want to buy the Best Western. That starts now. That starts yesterday. You got to start thinking about it.
It started 30 years ago, baby.
Started 30 years ago. So how are you going to do it? Have you bought the Best Western yet? Or is that the year out or two?
It's in the making. I'm actually no bullshit. Me and my business partner for the last about 2 years, we've been looking at like a resort in Costa Rica, like a 10 villa resort.
Hey,
I think you've heard about this before.
Hey, I don't think so, man. Tell me about
really?
it.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It's like 4.6 mil, but it's right on the beach. I think it's 10. I want to say 10 acres right on the beach. Most jungle, but it has 10, 12 villas with like a bar area, a restaurant area, the whole bit, and then 12 separate villas running down, 6 on each side, palm trees, the whole bit. It looks really, really nice. So but if it's not that, it will be something else. You know what I mean?
Love it. I love it. And can you keep me in the loop, because I'd love to also be an investor and a contributor to the process.
Absolutely.
I've been my best friend. He's in banking. He's a fucking genius, man. He's just a math whiz. And his biggest dream is to open up a bar on the beach somewhere. And I want to open up a retreat center for people to just come chill and meditate and, just lounge.
Like it could be a whole vibe.
You know what? I'm like a philosopher.
Like that.
A little bit.
A little bit,
but
Max.
I love, just to segue a little bit here, I love vices. I think vices are so necessary for a person to be healthy. You can't, if you're too good, you're like a steel bridge and you're brittle. You can't move. You need to incorporate the dark and the light and make 100%. It your little, make it your little
uncomfortable.
dance.
You have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions.
Yeah. So all back to your resort, I would love to build a retreat center where it's, mind and body, and spirit, but also spirit. If you want to go do your ayahuasca, walk a few steps over there, and we've got someone there to facilitate
the whole
that
deal. Yeah,
exactly. If you want to get shit faced over there, there's also a wet t-shirt contest over there.
Got that.
It's just fun. It's mind, it's body, spirit.
What meditation doesn't involve wet t-shirt contest? That's my question. That's my question.
The only person I want to see in a wet t-shirt is you. Okay,
you stop it over there.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
It's prettier. It's prettier now.
Are you working out in quarantine?
Oh yeah, I'm tough. Yeah? Look, right behind me. I'm sitting on my bench right now.
Dillon Carman sitting on the bench to run the pod.
I got my right there, and I got my treadmill right there.
Come on, you play guitar too?
Yeah, of course, bro.
Oh boy, you're.
You want to know something, Pax? People don't know this about the big guy. I am such a jack of all trades. You know what I mean? I write poetry too. Really, really good Really good poetry.
Teddy bear. You're a teddy bear, man. You should paint, like just paint.
I can't draw a stick figure to save my life.
Oh man, that's amazing, man. So we've moved into boxing. We've moved past it. Unless you want to talk more about that before we get into Big Brother.
Well, to a conclusion on that first part of our conversation. Boxing took me to places. I saw a dream when I was young. I saw a vision when I was young. I worked my ass off to realize that vision. And now boxing's literally taken me and my family all over the world, from Russia to LA to Florida to Mexico, Jamaica. I know Lennox Lewis personally, who's a world champion. The people I've met, the places I've been, and everything I've seen. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you believe in something, I don't care. I don't care what it is. If it contradicts my beliefs, I don't care. I'm proud of you. I want you to wholeheartedly believe in what you believe in. I want you to chase your dreams. Again, if I don't agree with it, that's nothing. It doesn't bother me. I want you to be successful. So in order to do that, you have to vision your dream, see it, believe it, do it, and realize it. Simple as that. But I want you to be proud of whatever it is that you want to do and do it. You can do it.
Yes, you're very eloquent. Did you know that? You're very eloquent. That means you speak well, I think.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, I can tell you write poetry. That's good.
Also, I'm gonna send. I'll send you some.
Send me some poetry. I would love that, man.
My girl and my mom keep telling me that I need to start posting it.
Dude, do it.
I have notes of. Yeah.
They say poets are the ones that can put into words that what can't be said. So if you can do that
emotionally, it's funny. It's so funny. One of my best friends, Austin, he said to me just the other day, he's in a bad place, and he was voicing or verbally telling me the situation, not any emotion whatsoever. And he just verbally told me what the situation was. And I told him how he was feeling about it. And he goes, how do you do that? He's like, you do that to me all the time. You just you're so in touch with your emotion and how you feel and how others feel around you. But I think that translates well into the poetry, like you're alluding to what you're saying.
Yeah, you got a big heart, and it's apparent. You know, I said that I want to move past the boxing, but I haven't even gotten into what I'm most interested in myself. You're my first guest. Actually, do you want to know why you're my first guest? Because I wanted to create a podcast. It's called Manifested, but I originally wanted the concept to be what is stillness. So I'm a big meditator. I'm big in breath work. Yeah. So I'm fascinated about when a human being is in their peak focus. And so when you step in the ring, you're not thinking about before or after or yesterday or tomorrow. You're there in the moment. And to 100%. Me, that's right. That's like a form of stillness to me.
Oh, it is. Mind, body, and soul.
Mind, body, and soul all aligned. So, like, can you just walk me through what it feels like to be a heavyweight boxer? From the moment you get in the ring, like just talk about it, like the state of mind. Like, what is it like?
There's so much emotional control necessary to do this job. I know, for instance, this fight, I fight next Saturday, right? So I've known about this fight for 4 weeks. It was a short notice fight, but it's still 4 weeks. So you know that I'm going to fight a monster in 4 weeks. I signed that contract. Yeah, I get paid good and everything.
Amazing.
But I know that. So that's when the emotional battle begins. I sign the contract. I send the contract back, and right then and there, I start planning my attack. You know what I mean? I start visualizing. I see every scenario, and I'm talking thousands of scenarios. What's this going to happen? What happens if he does this? What happens if I do this and he does that? What happens if this happens? You literally thousands. My mind doesn't stop. I'll lay down to go to bed, and I'll be 3 hours sitting there, like physically shaking, trying to control that emotion, trying to control that adrenaline. So this goes on for weeks. This is something that happens for weeks that I have to control. Tense, but meditation comes in. I have to breathe and chill and visualize and calm and see my loved ones and kiss my baby and this, that, and everything. So then now we're in fight week. Now it's really go time.
Right.
Like I in one punch, I can't talk to you, Phil. In one punch, me and you, boy, we can't be boys no more. One punch.
Yeah.
So this is an emotion I have to handle. In one punch, my girl doesn't get to kiss me. My baby doesn't get to see me anymore. Their lives are changed. One punch. So this is something that's on my shoulders. Fight week, I meet the guy that I'm fighting. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what you're made of. I look deep into your eyes. I'm telling you, I'll look deep in your soul, and I'll see if you're a man enough to fuck with me. Real quick.
Jeez, let's go, baby.
You can look it. You can feel me through the camera.
You're a spirit. You're a divine energy, bro. I've seen it, and I've felt it. I'm an
energy. So this. Okay. Well, let's not get on that yet. But so I meet the guy. We're face to face. Do you have enough? Do you think you're man enough to take me out? And if you think that, I'm proud of you. I encourage that. I am proud of you. If you think you can take me out and I'm proud of you for doing that. Good for you, brother.
Wow.
So then, fight week, that's what you're going through. And then fight day, you walking to the ring, Dillon, Big Country, Carmen. And you walk to the ring, and there's your boy you got to fight. There's your boy. You're about to put your life on the line. You're about to fight this guy. Boom, boom, boom. There's no other feeling on the planet than that moment. Ding! And the bell goes, and here you go. And it's go time. It's the most beautiful. We're humans at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I want to eat. I want to sleep. I want to fight, and I want to fuck or reproduce. Let's say reproduce. Okay? So what we are animals at the end of the day. Eat, sleep, fight. So
the sound you make?
I do. So I eat I eat well, right? I eat well. I don't have to worry about, you know what I mean? So I sleep well. So what else do I have to do as an animal? I have to fight. So now it's go time, fight day. It's go time. I dare you to stand across the ring for me.
I love you, Dillon.
I love you too.
I love
brother.
you, bro.
I love you too.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever do that. I'm too scared.
It's terrifying. Hey, I'm scared.
You're a different breed. Like
me personally?
Yes, you're a different.
God,
your neurochemistry or circuitry is just firing different than mine.
It's short circuiting differently.
But like, my goodness, I love you for it.
The fire, the way. So again, to touch on the animal thing, you take everything, take all this material nonsense, all this disgusting stuff away from us that I don't like.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting.
Say it again.
It's disgusting.
Ugh. So you take all that away from us. You take all that away from us, and we're energy.
Oh, wow.
We are a ball of energy. So let's go devil and God just to make it simplistic.
Hey, send it, bro.
Let's go simplistic, devil and God. So God is good energy, devil is bad energy. So we want to project good energy into our planet. We want to project good vibes into our planet. We don't want to feed the dark. We don't want to feed that guy. We want to project the good. Again, remember I said just a bit ago, I don't care if you contradict my beliefs. I don't care if I disagree with you 1,000%. But if you're happy and you're not being a bad person, if you're not hurting lives, or if you're a good person and chasing something that you wholeheartedly believe in, then I have respect for you and I'm proud of you. But we're all energy. So that all coincides. We have to push out good energy. I don't care. Like everybody's hyped about Donald Trump getting COVID. No. Yeah, he's a piece of shit for sure. But that doesn't mean I wish bad upon him. You know what I mean? That's a bad energy. I don't want to put bad energy into the world, right? I wish a speedy recovery for him and his wife. Yeah.
You got to put that. You're putting it out because if the same happens to you, you're going to want the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
That's really wise.
Especially where the world is today, Black Lives Matter and Donald Trump this and COVID that and all of these things. It's all the dark side trying to take our energy for that. They need all of us to be arguing about these things. That dark power needs that. And for us to have bright, beautiful planet and good, healthy oxygen, we need to push good energy out. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that.
I love the way you just broke it down. It's incredible. Do you think that the dark energy that you mentioned is the ego? And how do you become aware enough to, let's say your ego or your dark side, the devil, is trying to pull you into more negative projecting and decision making and actions. How do you increase your awareness to make better decisions and to embrace God more, or the universe, or the bright light? Like, because to me, it's all about awareness. If 100%. You don't, because the devil can pull you in. He's a tricky
sneakily,
right? And I'm big on this.
Every day he does.
Right. So Dillon, how did you, come to accept what the darkness is in your life, and how do you navigate, making better decisions despite maybe wanting to go a different way sometimes? How do you do that?
So my story is a little different in a sense. I come from a broken home. Alcoholism and drug addiction and abuse was rampant through my house. So darkness has always been, right here, always for me. So my thing was I hated this feeling so much that I wanted to do everything I could to separate this, and do whatever I had to do to get this darkness away from me. And it still literally to 2 weeks ago, I had some really, really, really bad things happen to me. Unforeseen, nothing in my control. But that dark power tries to pull you. It tries to pull you. And no matter what, it's always going to be there. It's always going to be there. So you have to figure a way. It's that affirmation in the mirror. You're a good person, brother. Hey, you're a good person. You do good for people. You held the door for that lady. That's good. You know what I mean? You said hello to that guy. You don't know what that guy's going through. Maybe that made his day. Maybe that was the difference between him committing suicide and not committing suicide. Right. How was your day, brother? Just something like that. So that's how I do it. No matter how bad is my days going, I try to say, hey, I hope you're doing well. You know what I mean? Or I hold a door for somebody, or, it's just something like that. No matter how down I am, I try to project,
right.
That decency.
That's amazing, man.
And don't get me wrong. Everybody has weaknesses, and I have my weaknesses where, I succumb to that dark feeling or that dark heart. Of course, we are human beings. So, but then to touch on that, you don't beat yourself up. Self-deprecation is the worst thing a human can do for themselves. Do not tell yourself, don't be like, oh, I did. Even if it's a silly, oh, I'm stupid. No, you're not. It's not. If you tell yourself over and over and over and over, jokingly, you're stupid, you're going to tell us you're stupid, you're dumb. So you have to, even if you mess up, even if something's going bad in your life, even if, whatever the case may be, still tell yourself that you're good to go, baby. It's going to be good. The sun's shining tomorrow. It's going to be good. We're going to be okay. You may
as well, right? You may as well.
What else? What are you going to be?
Yeah. I have a friend here. His name's Mark, and he has a hilarious quote. No matter so much, anything could happen to him. And this is his response. What am I going to do? Get angry about it? What am I going to get angry about it? There's just nothing that shakes the guy. It's just, let's just move on. Let's just move on. And then he's like the funniest guy. He moves on, and he always projects that bright energy.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
And
surround yourself with those people, man. Surround yourself with those people.
Yeah. And you do that.
Oh, you have to. So this is another phase that I went through in my life. We're cutting those bad energies out of my life. People that I loved, wholeheartily loved. I had to get them away from my life because that energy is down. My girl, she takes care of me. She saw her, she comes with kiss, give me a kiss. She set this whole thing up for me. You know what I mean? We're on her phone. She does. And I, for her, it's a vice versa. It's a 50-50 partnership. I make sure she's okay. She makes sure I'm okay. And we are both happy working together as a goal. We have a goal that we see together, and we work together positively focused to get to that goal. You know what I mean? And people need to do that more in their life, girl or not. What we were just talking about. You have to get yourself, forget about those dark energies, forget about that dark energy, realize, set your goal and forget everything else and focus solely on that goal. Forget everything else.
You're good at that. You're really, really good at that. If there's one thing Dillon's good at, it's focusing on a goal and just sticking to it for a while, which is really, really amazing.
I'll ride or die till the death of me.
And that's why I think you're a divine force. You're a spiritual energy, man. If any of the listeners here get a chance to meet Dillon in person, this is not it. He is absolutely just Dillon Carman energy, and it's good. You're a big teddy bear.
Because it feels good, bro. Yeah, it feels good. What am I going to be home all the time? Nah, bro.
In manifesting, they say that if you want more of something, you have to give that thing. You have to be abundant in that energy. So if you want, most people that are broke, they don't give any money. They don't pay for lunches. They don't give money. They're not generous.
Exactly.
And no wonder the stream is cut.
Why would it cut? Yeah, why would it come back?
You cut the flow. So if you want happiness, you got to give it. Even if you feel like shit, you got to make that first step. You got to show God that you have faith and trust. Yeah. You got to send it.
And what? Okay, just you might not believe in God, and that's okay. But personally, I'm sending. So this gods. I believe in gods or energies. We're on this planet to send energy to a higher power.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. Yeah. So that's what
I love it. That's so wise, man. We're in a galaxy that's on the extremities of galaxies. We're an irrelevant planet.
Wait. No.
Oh!
Phil, wait a second. Wrap your head around this for a second, please.
Okie doke.
We, as far as we know, are the only things around us, correct? As far as life.
Keep going.
So why aren't we the center of our universe?
I agree with you.
Why?
I agree with you.
Why do we always say we are insignificant? We have done so much to this place. Look how beautiful our Earth is. And you're telling me Mars or Jupiter? Am I being too loud? Okay. Are you telling Mars or Jupiter? So, I'm saying, why aren't we the center? Why are we insignificant? I know goddamn well I'm not insignificant. That beautiful woman right there, she's not insignificant. You, my brother, are not insignificant. You're a beautiful, beautiful human being, full of energy.
I love what you just said, and I agree with you about us being the center of the universe. The center of the universe is you.
Boom! Exactly, brother.
The center of the universe is in here.
It's you, baby. Yeah.
It's everywhere is the center of the universe. You know, I've gone down a number of rabbit holes, thousands of rabbit holes. And if there's one thing I've learned, dude, if there's one thing I've learned that blows me away every time, I'm not going to get into the science behind it, is that we are stardust. Like you are the foundation of your body is
a poof. Stardust.
It's a poof.
Yeah.
It's a poof.
Yeah.
I'm not getting into it now.
It's energy.
But it is cool. It is really cool.
People so therein lies my frustration with society.
Poof.
If poof, it's a poof, baby. If we say that to somebody, we're crazy.
Yeah, I know.
We're crazy. But okay, I'm crazy, but you're telling me that an explosion happened where there is no oxygen whatsoever. So a big bang happened where there's no oxygen for that to happen, and we appeared out of nowhere. That's what you're telling me? Well,
so Dillon, do you believe in the Big Bang?
No, that's
no.
ridiculous. That's the dumbest thing. I don't believe. Okay,
you're the first person I've ever heard that says they don't believe in the Big Bang.
No, that's absolute. It's absolute blasphemy. It's dumb. How does an explosion happen where we're pounded in our heads? There's no oxygen. There cannot be fire. So how does an explosion happen when there's no oxygen? It doesn't make any sense. So if that is true, then our entire scientific program is redundant.
I love the correction, man. I was listening to I was listening to a really, really good philosophy. It was like a 2-hour thing, and the guy that was speaking, I forget who it was, but he was just like, if you believe in the Big Bang, you have to know it's the most ludicrous thing, the most ludicrous creation.
It's just so dumb
ever in the world. And that was the first time I'd heard that angle. And it's just cool to hear another person bring it up, because if we say that, we're dumb, right? Oh, you must be a flat earther or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude, come on, bro, like, come on. But the things that people are so close-minded. They'd rather think about COVID-19 for 9 months. Like, have you lost your fucking minds? Seriously? Yeah, I know it's a sickness. Okay, it's a sickness. Come on. Like, let's be real. So do you think it's all a fluff?
No.
Okay, I know that the virus is real. I think we share a similar opinion about the whole thing. So
look, you don't want to get sick? Eat healthy. Exercise. Put good energies into this fucking planet.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Live smart. Be smarter. Don't go to McDonald's, you idiot. That's why you're getting sick. You're eating nothing. Yeah. Go put some kale into your diet. Go put some granola into your diet, some yogurt, some good stuff into your body, and you won't get sick.
Totally.
Do you want to know something? I think that I already had COVID. I already think I had it, and it was like a little bit. It was like a little cough, it was like a little bit of a pain in my chest, like a little bit more than a regular cold. You know what I mean? It was a little more than a regular cold, but I'm a big, strong, healthy man, and I always have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to really get into this, but because I think that
you touch people's nerves, right?
It's not even that. I don't want to get shut down by the algorithm.
Ooh.
So I don't want to get into it.
That's another thing. People don't even know what you're talking about.
I've been noticing
what algorithm?
Dylan, I've been noticing some wonky behaviors on my Instagram.
Oh.
You know how I talk about pretty much anything, and I'm having a tough time uploading stories. My numbers are going way down. Like, I'm just like,
Phil,
what the fuck is going on?
Because you're telling the truth.
What is going on?
Because you're telling the truth, brother. They shut people like that down. You're opening, even though it's a 1 grain at a time, you're opening a mind. You're opening a mind. They don't want that. Oh, they don't want us to think differently. They don't want us to think, oh, wait a second, we don't need a government to run our everything. We don't need money. We're not supposed to be run by governments and money. Oh, wait a second. No, they don't want that.
Dude, we got to have a conversation off air.
I know.
Like, if you guys like Dill, we'll bring him back in like a few months, but like,
of course we're going
to have a deep conversation. But like, no, there's just some things that are just kind of like abnormal that I've never experienced as an influencer or a creator. You know, life was really easy when I was just doing brand collabs and posting pics of me and my food and shit like that. It was just perfectly in line.
But now you're on a mission. Now you're on a truth mission.
It's been tougher. It's been really much harder.
Yeah, that's it. It does not surprise me whatsoever, man. They try to shut us down, segregate us, dumb us. Do you think our school system is like, why would I want to learn about calculus when I could learn about credit card debt or financial institutions or mortgage percentages or why would I want to learn about algebra if I don't, when I get a credit card and I'm maxed out, my credit's fucked at high school. Like,
right.
It's ridiculous. It's just shocking. It's shocking. And again, it all ties back to the fact that how does society as a whole not open our eyes up and realize our roads suck, our healthcare system is fractured, our voting system is fractured, our government is in disgrace. Everything that we do, we pay for, literally down to having a bath. We have to pay for that. Think about that for 1 second.
Isn't it like $3 to $4 for a bath?
I could walk down to a stream and bath for free. What are you talking about? I have to pay for water? I'm serious. I'm dead serious. So like, but us as a society, we would rather talk about what the new topic or the new viral video on Facebook is, or whatever.
Facebook.
Oh, like a thing. Yeah. Oh, cool. But that's what I mean. We don't want to talk about the 1.2 million children who were taken and sold around the world last year alone.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
We don't want to talk about that, right? We don't want to talk about the chrome. They're taking their adrenochrome. We don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? That's real life, bro.
It's a big problem.
And we're talking about Black Lives Matter, which is a strategic voting. Are you kidding me? Black Lives Matter. Let me break something down for you. I love my baby's
Dylan's
black.
Getting spicy. Let's go.
My baby's black. My baby's black as night, and I love that little queen. And I tell her she's proud to be black. I tell her that every day. So don't get it twisted with me. Black Lives Matter is a voting ploy. It's ran by rich white Democrats. That's 150,000%. The only reason why Black Lives Matter, it was founded in 2013, right before the first election. Right? There was a big push. It was founded in 2013, and then there was a huge push right before the first election for the first Black Lives Matter, for the first Donald Trump election to try. And then it was all about inner city voting, and it was all about this. And trust me, I'm the least racist person in the world. Like I love everybody and I hate everybody equally.
This is true.
This is very true. So but Black Lives Matter I love if it was genuine, I love the foundation in which Black Lives Matter is built, but the avenues that it's now taken is skewed, and us as a society are blind to the facts that we're being manipulated like fucking puppets to just do whatever they want us to do. They want us segregated. They don't want us to vote collectively. You know what? They don't want to rise. They don't want us to rise as a whole society. We don't need governments. This is like what?
So I'm curious.
We're getting way down all over the place.
That's okay, man. You're here on this podcast because you're an interesting guy, and you have opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. So that's fucking fundamental. If you're here on a podcast, you can say what you want to say. That's fine. And plus, if it's too out of line, we just edit it out. So not a big deal. I want to know because you like me, think about the future quite a bit. What do you think we as a society must do to figure things out? You know, like, do you like how we're going right now?
Oh yeah. So no, obviously none of us like where we're going. And we talked before this podcast, me and you are friends, and we talked about energies and manifestation and as a whole, again, we don't need governments. We don't need money. We don't need these things. All of these things started relatively a short time ago in the whole of mankind, money and governments and all that. This is the way our infrastructures are designed and the way our schooling systems are designed, our healthcare systems and everything. It's all designed to keep us at a dumb buzz. You know what I mean? We're supposed to, we're not supposed to give those energies. You know, we're not supposed to be
low vibration.
Low vibration. Yes. We need high vibration to be beautiful and vibrant colors that we are. We need to be beautiful and loud and again, successful and happy with whatever. If we're not a bad person, obviously we are allowed to voice what our religions are, and we're allowed to be proud of that, and we should be. And that's where society has taken a very, very dark turn, that we're so segregated. A Muslim isn't allowed to be proud to be Muslim. I'm not allowed to be a white Christian. You know what I mean? I'm not allowed to be proud white middle-aged Christian. That's wrong. My Muslim friend isn't allowed to walk into a store with his habit. Like, are you kidding me? Like, why? So as a whole earth, we don't know what that guy's going through. We need to take him as he is. Hug that man. Maybe his mom died yesterday. We don't know. Don't be quick to judge. Be quick to give a hug. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Don't be quick to judge. Give a hug.
Yeah.
Retweet.
Don't be quick to judge. Be quick to give a hug. And that transcends through all kinds of religions and races and backgrounds, and just love. Literally, it's as easy as just loving more and being happy and putting those positive vibes out. And okay, this guy's being mean to you. Well, don't be mean back. Kill him with kindness. You know what I mean? Literally. Yeah. Be nice to him, and he'll be like, oh, like, why? You know, maybe he'll be meaner, or maybe he'll be like, oh shit, and that'll affect. Then he'll be nicer, and so on and so forth. You know,
totally.
So,
I personally love what you just said, and I want to add to it because, hey, man, I got a voice too, and I wish, since we live in the society that we do, and money is very high on the priority list, I would love to see a couple major amendments to the curriculum for our youth coming into the school system. One, I would love to see Money 101, taxes, accounting, 100%. Everything about real estate, mortgages. Let's see it from an early age. You know, kindergarten. You start.
Grade 1. Okay. Yeah.
That's change number 1 to the curriculum school system. I don't know why it's not there, but I kind of do as well.
Yeah. I just told you because they want
low vibration. And not that money is a great vibration; it's a vibration.
No, it's a dark vibration. It's a dark vibration.
We're not taught how to. I just know that I wasn't taught in school. It was a self-taught. Number 2, emotional self-regulation and or mindfulness 101. Awareness 101. Any name works, where you learn about energy and you learn about regulating your body's state. You know, most people don't know.
I sit here and I look at you, and you just, when you're speaking, you're such a beautiful human being.
Oh, dude,
keep going.
Thank you. It's just it's really simple too. We have you would know this probably. We have the autonomic nervous system, and that's the parasympathetic and sympathetic. Yep. One of them is stressed out and running around. The other one is chilled out. And you can switch between both through breath work. And that's it. Like, but nobody knows that.
That ties into your mindfulness and being aware of that moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
these things, it could be, but hey, when you start raising, you know, a society at scale who knows how to regulate thought and emotions, and that'll set the playing field straight real quick.
Listen. So there are theories now. There are theories that we, back in the day, we were such. Now colors are vibrations. Everything we see are vibrations. Everything is a vibration. Yes, so they say back in the day that we were able to pick things up, levitate mind with our minds. They say we were so before, not modern civilization, but before before we got to like castles and all of this stuff, we had the pyramids in Egypt. Now, if you think, and if you're going to tell me that a man built those pyramids, you are a fool.
Dude, like I did some research into the pyramids like probably a month ago.
Yeah.
That shit, those pyramids, man, are so interesting.
They're
like,
intricate we can't. So then they're on lines that we can't even find with our sciences. We can't even find these magnetic lines and these things. And they're on these lines, these fault lines and these things. Like, are you like, come on, guys. So look, So this is the theory. There's a theory that we had an extra gland in the back of our heads where we were able to control energies and talk with, like, I could talk to you without, like telepathic stuff. And we were able to control energy with our gland. And over time, we've been beaten down, and it's been taken out of us. Now, these are psychics. These are people that are called crazy. They are still in touch with that feeling. You know what I mean?
Let me go into that. I'll quick 20 seconds just on this note. So I follow this account on Instagram called Raising Consciousness, or it's called Connecting Consciousness. And what he said was, well, we have a pineal gland. It's right
that's
here.
It. That's it.
Okay, so that's the pineal gland.
Yeah.
Is your psychic center. Okay, that's where you can, if a lot of crazy shit with the pineal gland. I'm not going to make any claims. You go research that yourself and start falling in love with that. But anyways,
and you will.
It's the psychic center. It's the high imaginative, high creative state. Et cetera, et cetera. Connecting Consciousness basically said that human beings have calcified their pineal glands, which means that their pineal gland, their psychic center, is now calcified. Like it's rendered useless.
We haven't
fed it. So what he said was, in the morning and at night when the sun is rising and setting, go look at the sun.
Bro, I cannot believe you just said that. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Go.
Well, no, you go ahead now.
That makes me so happy. You're supposed to look directly at the sun and close your eyes.
Yeah.
And then you feel it's energy that you feel. You see these vibrations over your eyes, and it comes clearer and clearer at different shades, from purple to blue to light. It's beautiful.
And that will decalcify your pineal gland, which is your psychic center. So I've been doing some sun gazing as
good, bro. Gaze with me. I bet you we've gazed at the same sun.
Dude, I bet you we've gazed at so many same suns, man.
Oh my God, I feel gazed.
But isn't it cool, man? Like the fucking the pyramids, and Nikola Tesla, probably one of the greatest minds to ever live.
The greatest mind to ever live.
I agree. He was all over the pyramids.
Yeah. Because we did that with our pulmonary gland. We did that. We cut we cut those rocks out, bro. We cut those rocks and we moved those with our minds.
So
now don't call me crazy, guys. I don't want you guys to call me crazy before you look into it. I want you to open your minds. As a society, we need to open our minds and think about what me and Phil are talking to you guys about, and really look into it. Don't just off us and say, oh, they're crazy. Look into it. And then when you look into it, you get this side of the story and you get that side of the story. And then you make your own truth.
Smart.
Now, right. So if you want to believe what they put in our textbooks and lied to us over and over and over again for years and years and years during school, if you want to believe that, that's fine. If you want to open your mind and see what's really going on this planet, then listen to what me and your boy are saying and look into it.
Absolutely. I mean, to me, there's nothing more fascinating than okay, so I love Alan Watts. Alan Watts is one of the most incredible philosophers to have ever lived.
Crazy writer, yeah.
He's unbelievable. He's passed away. But anyways, he said that there can be no greater fascination than finding out who you are. And that goes beyond Dillon Carman in your body. That goes to the essence of the universe. What the fuck is the universe? What is God? What is whatever you go by? It doesn't matter.
Energies.
I go by all of them now. I'm not religious. I say God because I like it. I talk to God. Yeah, I'm my homie. God, you're my homie.
Hey, what up? What up, bro?
I've heard that God is a black woman, and I'm like all about it. I'm like, that's fucking sick, bro.
Sick.
Actually, it's probably true. It's probably true.
100%.
It's definitely true.
There's been 100. There's been in our time of recording history. There's been 163 Jesuses. 163.
164 with you.
Lord of mercy.
But nah, man. Like the study of our essence, and so here we are in 2020. Technology, AI, social media, leading the way. I'm now at a point where, I gained followers at an early age. So did you. You gained a lot of followers from Big Brother, stuff like that. I'm now de-escalating my social media. I'm getting off of it slowly.
Yeah, it's because it's gross.
I'm doing the podcast because that's what I want to do now. I can get
this is helping people.
Yeah, totally. But so most people are just getting into it and hard. Businesses starting. It is what it is. But I'm now about finding about what my human potential is.
Yeah.
Like I want to decalcify my fucking pineal gland.
Yeah, baby.
Point where I can cut stone with my mind.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Winning streak. We're on a winning streak. Let's go. So I want to inspire human beings to sit in a goddamn meditation and just feel their aliveness and gaze
their aliveness. Say that again. Feel your aliveness.
Feel your aliveness, baby.
You see me scream on my shit. Like, I'll be riding down the street and people will look at me like, what is this guy doing? And I'll be like, yeah. Because I love my life.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you? Like, that's what you have to feel alive.
It goes back to you being the center of the fucking universe.
Yeah, bro. We aren't insignificant. We feed this place.
Okay, I invite anyone here listening, go out tomorrow and just be at your peak. And whatever you think your peak is, go way past it.
Yeah.
And then see how the people around you respond. Like just run an experiment. Like go to Subway or go to your local restaurant, fast food, and just be someone completely different that's just ridiculous energy. Like, and just like do an experiment and just see how everyone else responds to you. You're gonna see how fast you are the creator of your life.
Yeah, look, like, and people say this to me all the time, Dillon. Like you're always so hot. You're so happy. You're positive. You're going. Let's do it. Like always. And I'm like, yeah. Like why else? What else are you gonna be? Like what are you talking about? Like let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have my downtime. A little something. I have my downtime.
a little tokey toke. Hey, I'm all about weed. I love it. I'm all about it.
If it grows out of the ground, it's probably okay.
You know, I also don't mind microdosing mushrooms from time to time.
No, hey, you want to really open your mind up and realize yourself? Drop a bunch of mushrooms.
You know what? The psychedelics, man. I'm not against them.
That's real life. So this is something that was shut down. This was something that was shut down in the 40s.
Well, you wonder why?
Because it was going to expand our society and better us.
Psychedelics it has the potential to enlighten a person.
So like you said, a microdose of an LSD has the potential to totally change someone's life and we're talking about a 4 or 5 to 6, 7 hour period, change their lives and for the best way possible. And why, of course it's illegal. Of course they don't want that to happen.
Yeah. I've been following a lot of the biotech and seeing what's going on with maybe perhaps like, making it available to microdose LSD or mushrooms, if you're battling depression or any mental health problems. I'm interested to see how psychedelics get implemented into our healing with mental health and how that helps out the situation.
I wish that it would. I wish that they would implement or some way infuse, that sort of thing. Am I being too loud? Yeah, I got fired up.
It's okay. We got like 10 minutes left. We'll just do 10 minutes left.
It's all good.
But no, yeah, I was listening to a panel, and basically they were saying that the microdosing of LSD and mushrooms, it does nothing. You won't hallucinate if you microdose. You won't do anything crazy like that. What will happen though is it's all sub-perceptual. That's kind of the word they're saying, sub-perceptual. Mm-hmm. So you don't know it's occurring, but you might
subconscious perception.
So every day you perceive the world. Every day I perceive the world. But to a person who's battling depression and the world is really dark and gloomy. Like
I've been there.
So if you microdose and what they're saying is your sub-perception changes, maybe I'm driving or walking, and then all of a sudden you just notice how beautiful the green on the light is. You're like, that is a great green.
Yeah.
And hey, that jump of energy right there is great. And then that will trigger a whole trajectory.
It transcends
great thoughts.
Yeah.
And that right there is why it will be great for mental health.
And they don't want that.
It's sub-perceptual.
That's what I remember.
Hey, our server's so awesome today. I never noticed how great she was. We've been here like 50 times, but like she's really nice. And then, where did that come from? Probably because you're microdosing LSD.
You probably,
you know what I mean?
Probably also because you just saw a purple unicorn fly by, but it's no big deal.
But I mean, I'm just excited to see how that goes for humanity.
I wish. We already know it's going to be shut down. If it shows any positive impact or potential positive impact on future society, then they'll shut it down quick.
Yeah, I hope not.
It sucks because that's what our governments are supposed to help our community, but they're shutting us down. It just sucks. We need to rise as a whole. We really need to change this world because this is not going to last much longer, guys. It's not going to last.
Did you see in where is it? New York City where they put there's like a clock there counting down till
the end of the time.
Is it till the end of time? I don't know what it's counting down to. It might be the end of time. I don't know, but there's a clock there now on like big on the street counting down something. And I know that when the clock runs to 0, it's probably not a good thing. So good. I'm like,
I want to be in New York. I think
it's only like 7 years to go. Like, I don't know. I wish I had a guy here to Google shit for me on the spot, but like,
hold on. I'm Googling right now.
Google countdown clock in New York. And it's probably going to be just like on the first on Google or something like that. And read it out to us. And then hopefully Colin can shorten this for the viewer.
Literally says it.
Yeah. Do you see it? So what'd you find?
Clock Manhattan's program. Global warming. Oh, it's the effect. So the metronome clock, digital clock in Manhattan has been reprogrammed to illustrate the critical window for action to prevent the effects of global warming before it becomes irreversible. So like the end of the world is in 7 years or what? If you believe in global warming. Oh God, I've only been alive like us this is for me a global warming thing. Like I don't know, but like we've only been able to really document and keep the documentation. We don't have a clue, bro. Oh, dude, you want to? Okay, so global warming. We were talking about the pyramids earlier. The pyramids.
Did you know that the tip of the pyramid is facing completely at the North Star, like directly,
bro?
Like to a T.
It's crazy. And yeah, the North Star. Then it goes to one off Orion's belt.
Yeah.
It lines with one off Orion's belt, and then it lines with. We just watched this the other night. Damn it! It lines with another one, and then if you look at that alignment exactly over Earth, it aligns perfectly with the pyramids in Africa.
Did you know? It's crazy. Like, how do they know? Did you know that the pyramids are pretty much the exact dimensions of planet Earth?
No.
Like they're like to a T. Like they knew the size. They knew the size of Earth.
No, we did, bro. We did. It was we knew that, not they.
Our pineal glands.
Yeah, bro. People. Don't get me wrong. I believe it that there's other things.
So they were pretty much gods then.
We were gods.
Okay. So did you see there's drawings of people that are like half fish, half human.
Yeah. Holding, and they have a wristwatch on. And that wristwatch is timed to perfectly for the sun at that moment and everything. Look, bro, the more you dig into this shit, we were gods. Look at me.
We've devolved.
We've devolved incredibly. Are you kidding me? We used to be able to fly. And Here's a
question. Do you think with our so-called Dillon and Pax de-evolution, do you think that our consciousness has gone up or has it gone down?
No, it's gone down. Everything has gone down. We've digressed as an animal. We've digressed so much when we've been given, we were given all of the attributes. If you believe in evolution, you are a fool. Why would that chimpanzee at the zoo not be walking around the zoo and looking at the other animals? Like, are you fucking? So we were put on this planet to give energy back to this planet. That's what we're and our.
I love that.
Our bodies, our souls, our minds. Think about it. Like everything that has been introduced to our society since modern civilization has been a detriment to us as humans. You know what I mean? To our nature, to our animalistic nature. It's a detriment. So why would we continue to go down these paths? Like it's common sense. It's just common sense.
So how do we change the trajectory and do good things? Do we get off social media?
Yeah, 100%.
Do we delete that?
Everything. Delete everything out of your mind. Delete. Look, no mind. There's what's it called? Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
No mind. Yeah.
No mind. No mind.
Oh, do you want to know something cool on that? You just brought it up. Can I say it? It's really fast. Okay, so there's this monk, like a super like monk that people just traveled the world to see. Yeah. And then he had a disciple that basically asked him, how do I do this? Like, how do I achieve Zen? How do I achieve, a state of complete bliss like you've achieved? And then he's just like, stop trying to know how.
Exactly.
There is no
Stop it. Just be there.
There is no how.
They're not going to do it.
It's not know how, KNOW, how. It's just know how. No mind.
Yeah, no mind.
When you have no mind, you'll have your mind.
When you have no mind, you'll have the best life you'll ever have in your life, man.
Dillon's woke. Got a winning streak. Sorry. Okay, so
sorry.
Let's switch gears. Dillon's got to be quiet. He's got a girl to be quiet around. I understand that. Okay, so let's go into.
There's other people.
There's other people. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. I want to ask. I want to quickly just touch on what was Big Brother like for you? Because I was on Big Brother. I won it. I had my own experience, and I want to hear about your experience. Reality TV.
I loved it, man. I went on Big Brother solely to promote myself for my boxing career, right? And then once I got on the show, I thought, this is bigger. This is way bigger than me. like I have an opportunity to show people that, you know, maybe that wouldn't look into boxing, or that maybe wouldn't this to see, you know, we got some talent in Canada. As far as athletes, we don't just have to be hockey players or figure skaters, you know what I mean? Or snowboarders. We got some talent, you know?
We're seeing it in tennis. We're seeing it in basketball.
Right. And so, I mean, who knows? Maybe, you know, maybe me going on the show kind of sparks some minds or something like that. I don't know.
The ripple was there. There's definitely a ripple
effect. But that was the reason I went on the show, was to show that we have athletes other than hockey and figure skaters and snowboarders. We have in Canada, and boom, you know. But my experience was beautiful. You know, I met Emily on that show, and you know, we've since broken up and went our separate ways. But I learned a lot of what I don't want in a relationship. I learned a lot of what I do want, and who I need to be and who I want to be, so on and so forth. And that was such a beautiful time in my life. You know what I mean? Like Big Brother, getting out of Big Brother, then Emily, we traveled the country and did our thing, and, you know, whatever. That was a really beautiful time in my life, followed by a very, very dark time in my life. But it's all just such a beautiful journey, you know?
I love it. What do you think was the most difficult thing about being inside the house?
Like just the total lack of freedom.
Yeah.
Like I'm a real outdoor guy. Like I don't like to sit inside much. You know, I like to go outside, and they wouldn't let me outside. And I had a couple blow ups, and I guess that would be just a lack of freedom. And the snakes, the fucking conniving little bitches they put in that house.
Man, it's tough. It's tough.
No, but it's the game. That's, you know what the beauty of Big Brother is? That we are all now such a close-knit thing. Like obviously there's cliques within us.
Oh, there are cliques.
Yeah, big time. But
I don't think I'm a part of any of the cliques.
I'm not a part of any of them.
I don't think I'm part of any clique.
I'm literally not a part of any clique. I'm just not a part of the cliques.
I go to the parties. I literally show up alone every time, and I'm like, "Hey guys," like, hi, and then Dillon's there. Dillon's there somewhere pouring himself a fucking stiff drink. I'm like, "Yo, make me one, bro. Let's go."
Fuck, when is that gonna happen again?
Oh man. Well, they're casting for season 9, so hopefully that goes through. And then I want to ask you, what was your favorite part of being inside the house?
Just being a part of the Big Brother family, man. Like that's something that I wanted to be a part of for so many years. Even before Big Brother Canada started, like with Big Brother United States, I loved it way back when, you know. And then to realize that dream of being a part of Big Brother family, and like I call you a good friend. Like that's awesome to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I feel you. We're part of a very select few people. Like for my season, 25,000 people applied, and then to be the one person at the end with my brother to win, like I felt
sick,
so grateful. Like there's no like, so that's pretty much like, you know, for me too, like just the opportunity was abundantly special, just because the odds of that happening
are nil,
slim to none. So credit to you for making it on.
Thanks,
and doing okay. Where did you finish?
Fifth.
That's fine. That's great.
And they got me out fifth because they knew I had a shot of winning.
Yeah.
So they got me out of there.
When you're down to like the final 6 or 7, like. There's no friends anymore. Like
you're all cutthroat.
But you might have to pull the trigger on one of your close guys.
I'm cut and throat. Immediately, anybody would have been cutthroat.
Yeah, no, I see that. And after the show, I had a lot of personal struggle. Like I had a tough time getting off of Big Brother with, you know, a lot of followers and being in the public eye. I had a really tough time with that. How did you cope with being famous?
Well, lucky enough for me, I had been before Big Brother. I had been in the public eye a lot on TSN, on breakfast television, BT television, and City TV. Like I've been there. You know, I get recognized at Raptors games and stuff like before Big Brother. So luckily enough, I was kind of prepared for that, or knew that avenue. I've already been down that road.
Right.
You know?
You were also a little bit older than I was. Like I was 21. My brother was 20.
Yeah.
little bit different, but
yeah, you hadn't experienced much in life, and then you got a bunch of girls throwing themselves at you. It's crazy, right? Yeah,
totally, man. I was loyal. I dated Kelsey. So I was loyal. I was good. I was a good man.
I was loyal too, but it's still tough.
But yeah, no. The reality is you get your opportunities. It just depends if you want to swing or not.
Yeah. So
we're running out of time here. I've kept you for quite a long. It's been an hour and
good, baby.
15 minutes. I want to know what
with you.
Dude, same. Likewise. I want to know what you're up to right now. What are you doing
right now? I fight in a week. I fight in 1 week.
Fight in a week.
Yeah. So right now I'm at my girl's house. I just was in the city at the hotel, staying in the hotel and training and doing my thing, and then we'll go to Montreal on Monday. Get ready. It's fight week, baby.
Can I come to the fight?
No. Yeah, it sucks, man. Like you would have had to have been in my bubble.
Okay, I understand. So I wasn't in your bubble. Okay, fuck, man. God damn. I've been to one of your fights. I DJ'd. For those of you, I actually DJ'd one of Dillon Carman's events. It was in Belleville. It was in an arena, and I DJ'd. It was fucking sick. It was so fun.
It was sick.
Hey, is that were we in the hotel that you wanted to be at?
That's the Best Western. That's the one.
No way.
Yeah.
So in that hotel, man, we got shit-faced that night. We were doing mini putting in the hallways. I think Dillon knew the owner. He was like, "Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Don't worry about it. We're golfing in the hallways." I also saw you started a business. Tell me a bit about
that. Which one?
I don't know, Dillon. I'm talking about the masks. You're selling masks, right?
Oh yeah. So I have any order number. If it's 1 million masks, I can have them to you in 3 days, 4 days, 3 days. Yeah, it does from 150,000 to 1 million to whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever you need as far as that goes. And they're Health Canada approved and everything like that. So
amazing, cool. Yeah. Is it easy to sell them?
Yeah, I mean, it's COVID time, right? So it's unfortunate that you profit off of this situation, but you got to do what you got to do.
Hey, man, of course, and it's good. Anyways, you're protecting people, and that's fine too.
Yeah.
Well, Dillon, it's been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, brother.
I love you so much.
I love you too. Give me a shout anytime, man.
I have one last question.
Hit me.
Greatest life advice for the listener. Greatest life advice ever. You know what do you have to say? Greatest life advice.
So if you listen to this whole podcast and you see how me and Phil converse and interact together and the topics that we touch on and the way that we perceive things, you would see that both of us have a very open perception, or a very I guess easygoing or open, just an open mind to different perceptions and perspectives of life. Now, the best thing, or the most powerful thing that I learned was understand that people are going through things, and the world is going through things, and you're going through things, and everybody, whatever. Everybody has problems and troubles. But you have to stay positive and give that person, like we said before, give that person your positivity, because maybe it changes their life, and then maybe it changes his life, and maybe it changes his life. And on out through the whole world, we as a society can change this planet. Whether or not you believe in yourself, whether or not you believe in that fact I just said is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is you can be what you want to be. You can be the president of the United States. You can be a professional champion boxer. You can be a life coach. You can be a mentor. I look up to Phil. You can be that. You can be whatever you want to be on this planet, as long as you put your mind, your belief system, and your work ethic in line with that vision and that belief. Then you can do anything you want to do. So do it.
Dillon, that was so well said. And I want to touch on what you just said, because I'm reading the Dalai Lama's book right now. And he said that the greatest way to live is through compassion. And when you said that everyone is going through something, regardless of what it is, if you can just be that light for that person, that's compassion. And that's how you open up. Yeah, that's compassion is number one for Dalai Lama.
Wow.
And I might be wrong, but it's
I literally just freestyle. I just freestyled that. I just thought of that through my head. Everything I just said is I just thought.
That's compassion, man. And And so if we're all a little bit more compassionate about everyone else's issues and problems and just want to lend a hand or an ear, open up a space, that's going to change the world at scale. Time. So
big time.
Yeah. I want to thank you so much for spending time with us today. This has been amazing. This is season 1, episode 1 of Manifested. Dillon, thank you so much for spending time. If you enjoyed the podcast, please share it with a friend. Do whatever you got to do. Spread the vibe.
Share, love. We love it. We love you. We love it. We love it.
If you saw this on YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell. You know what to do. Leave a comment, and we will check in next week.
Don't be quick to judge. Be quick to give a hug.
Boom. Put that on a shirt and rock it. I wish you the best of luck in your fight next week. Knock him out. Let's go. Boom. Boom. Once again, thank you so much for spending time with us here today on the show. My name is Pax, and this is Manifested. If you enjoyed the episode, share this on your social medias. Let's raise the vibration of the planet together and manifest a new earth. If you want to reach out to me specifically, I'm available at Pax Official on Instagram, PAQS Official. I'd love to hear from you. Let's start a conversation. And as always, let's manifest. I'll see you next time.